What's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. So today I wanted to talk about the most spiritual race, the most spiritual ethnicity that there is, okay? Now, I made a video on the black race and how the black race from Africa, they're the most spiritual race that there is. And you can break it down even further, with the black races. Some black races, some countries have peoples that are more right-brained than others, and the most right-brained group, the most right-brained race of the earth were the people of Israel that were of African descent, okay? The natives of Israel, you could say. So basically, with these people, they were connected to a lot of holistic truth, you could say. And, they got together with other countries around them, Gnostics and everything else, and other groups that were more in the right brain, more connected to spirituality. And then the Khazarian Jews, okay, which is the Jews that everybody thinks of when they think of Jews, the lighter skinned people with the hook noses, who are really into, the bank. A lot of them are really into the banking and the money system and all that, and they're part of the families that run the world. And they took over Israel and took all the natives and conquered them, okay? And then they claimed Israel for themselves. And when you read the Bible, you think that you're talking about somebody who's a Khazarian Jew, but really, you're talking. It's if you look at the Bible, it says that God's chosen people are people that were native to Israel. Okay, the real Jews, and this is these are the real Jews that they're talking about. The natives of Israel were not light-skinned people with hook noses. They were dark-skinned people that looked more Middle Eastern. And like I said, the African black people were the ones that were the most spiritual group. And of course, this is where ideas got traded to places like Egypt, which was more technologically advanced because we had more of the left and the right brain coming together at a certain time and at a golden age. And so the most right-brained race on the earth are the Israeli Jews of African descent, okay? And this is why a lot of people contemplate that Jesus was actually black, or he was somebody of dark skin, like Middle Eastern or something, because it says, the natives of Israel. And the natives of Israel are the natives of Israel who got conquered and got kicked off their land by the Khazarian Jews. All right, so it's really important that people understand what they're actually referring to when they say Jews, because it could be talking about the native Jews of Israel, or it could be talking about the Khazarian Jews. They come from a country that was a former country called Khazar, and they migrated, okay? And they went to places like Israel. A lot of the banking families took over the banking dynasty and controlled Israel. And with that word Israel, it sounds like Israel, like real spirituality, real truth was coming from these tribes of Israel that were more enlightened, more in the right brain, and it was all destroyed, and they wanted to distort that energy, the rulers of our world. That's why they chose Israel as being their spot where where nowadays you have like the centers of power. Basically, a lot of it's in Israel. So Israel is really targeted for that reason, and this is why there's so much conflict in Israel. There's a lot of negative, bad energy there now, when in reality there was a time when it was the opposite. And there was a time when, a lot of the right-brain races would get together, get with the left-brain races, and they used to come up with a lot of ideas and a lot of truth and stuff like that. And obviously they wanted all that, gone and conquered. So Israel has been a place that has been targeted for a very long time. And so it's just really important that people understand the races and the history of the races. And we could talk about it even more, and we could, you know, go into a lot of different things, but this is just a basic understanding that, you know, the Jews, the real Jews, are the people of Israel, and they're the most right-brained race. The African people of Israel were, you know, were the most right-brained race, and this is why the most left-brained race, the Khazarian Jews, the light-skinned race with the hooked noses and everything, they took over the most right-brained race. They wanted to do that in that way, and so that's why they targeted Israel, and they basically flipped the script in that way. And so, yeah, there you go. There you have it. The most spiritual race, the most spiritual ethnicity, the most connected to nature. Not that we can't all connect to nature and all that, but the most right-brained race with the most creative ideas, best art, best everything else, a lot of it came from these races, and a lot of the music and stuff too. And so, yeah, it's really interesting when you dive into history and you find out a lot of things that you weren't taught. And so that's basically what I wanted to say for this video. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's taking care of themselves as usual. And yeah, take it easy.